Hello, Aquarius. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here, and welcome, welcome. Very nice message here. I think that some of you are going to be recovering a really good part of yourself that may have been suppressed for a while. And I say that because of resurrection. It's like bringing something back from the dead. But it has to do with your talents. And Night Song is also talking about needing to claim that right now. Like now is the time to make your comeback. And then Miracle is talking about acting with integrity, but also like literally being the light bringer, showing people the way, right? But I think for a lot of you, if we're talking about something that you're really good at, that you may have not had any time to put into, whatever it may be, it's coming back for a reason. So it makes me feel like this has to do with, you know, the Aquarians that are like out in the public, influencing other people, things like that. But doing it in a way that you feel good about it because of, you know, the integrity with Miracle. All right, Aquarius. Your overall, the devil. I can't remember who else had that as the overall, but I'm tired of seeing it. The devil. So getting rid of the negative patterns and behaviors. No longer choosing something that isn't good for you because it's comfortable, right? It's familiar. Better the devil you know. But yeah, I'm tired of seeing this. I like the fact that a lot of people are seeing where those areas are in their life and making the choice to let that go. But I think that, you know, too many people have been in a place where they almost felt like they had no choice but to deal with shitty conditions, if that makes sense. And there you are in the past, the star. So, and I like this as far as the past coming back through. Here we're talking about hope restored, right? Recovery, emotional healing, you know, the cleansing waters. But it's also the bigger goal. And you showed up in your reading last time too, I think. But you're still holding on to that hope. Okay. In the present, the Seven of Swords. Now, this may be where, you know, the devil is the overall here. Because you may be having hope in a situation that, you know, it's misplaced. There's something better for you to experience, and you know this, which is why the star is coming through. With Seven of Swords in the present moment, we're talking about sneaky shit. Somebody who is intentionally being unclear about what their intentions are. You know, there's the theft that goes on there. But this is secretive plans, though, too. And if this is a pattern, this is nothing new to you. Future conditions, the Queen of Swords, somebody's in trouble. I always feel like that when I see her, when I see some other shit going on. Somebody's going to get it. You, though, because of the devil, I have to wonder if you've continuously been going through this cycle of dealing with either the same person or the same situations that leave you feeling like things are just being taken from you. But the Queen of Swords being in future conditions, this is like, you better be very careful about how you come and speak to me. She don't play around, right? She's looked at as the single or divorced woman because of her partner being emotionally unavailable. And when you think about that and think about how harsh she is, right? This is like needing to shut off your emotions so that you don't have to deal with the pain of this nonsense constantly happening. And I say that again because of the devil. But you've had it. I think you've had it. And it may be because you're dealing with a person or a situation where you don't feel like your emotions are being taken into consideration. But she's going to tell you the truth, and she's going to tell it to you with a venom tongue. Your best path to follow, the Emperor. You need to be the one exerting control over the situation right now. Right? Now, obviously, we don't want to be overbearing, but who better to take care of the devil than the Emperor, right? Like, no, I'm not allowing this situation or this person to have control over me anymore. You know, but being wise about how you choose to handle it. In your environment, the Page of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, this may be some really good communication coming into you and a chance for you to begin a new path, right? The Page of Pentacles always has the pentacle on the mind. How do I make more of this? But this may be something that has really good potential. And it may be that, you know, you need to kind of like break your habit when it comes to situations where things are constantly being kept from you or taken from you. Now, if we're talking about somebody who you're dealing with here with the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, yeah, it doesn't look good. Somebody who's very immature and unreliable, or is only thinking about their own gain. But I don't know, because I'm looking at you having hope and it coming down this way. I feel like this is where you're going to get rid of this pattern and this cycle. And that's, you know, having to do with an opportunity coming through, or you doing something in a different way. Look at that shit. The High Priestess. Hopes and fears. She is inviting you in to see the information that you feel like you don't see or don't understand or has been kept hidden from you. Nothing's hidden from her. The moon is at her feet. This is knowing and not speaking. It's like, I know, like I know, but this is not saying anything about it. It's almost like you just keep your mouth shut about it. But you're putting in some boundaries here, and you're going to be quick to make sure somebody knows exactly what you're thinking, especially if they've tried to get away with something. But the fear there is that your intuition is wrong, right? And it's not with her. It's not. You know, like you know. But this could also be about, you know, you needing to kind of keep things to yourself too, until, you know, you have a better idea of what you're doing here. But you have hope in this, though. And then coming out the world, good. And, you know, you may have had to have been harsh, but with the world, this is a cycle that you don't have to repeat again. This isn't the turning of the wheel and the cycle just changing into another phase. It's done with. It's done with here, and everything is open to you. This is where you get to create better patterns and better cycles, right? The Two of Cups. The Hermit. And then the Three of Pentacles. So for some of you, yeah, this could have to do with a relationship coming through. But for some of you, I feel like this is a new connection. And I say that because of it being connected to the star in the world. And then when you look at the Hermit, you know, this is going inward, right? So we've got you, we've got Virgo, Aries. But with the Hermit, you know, it's almost like instead of you reacting to this, I think that you're being, you know, very emotionally detached when it comes to you choosing to do something better for you that's going to create, you know, this ending of the cycle. But this is, you know, going in and seeing where you have been and what did you learn from all of that, right? The wisdom that is within. And then you come out with the Three of Pentacles. And this is, we're getting to work now. We're getting to work on the new cycle coming up for you, something that has better potential. And, it may be, and again, with the Page of Pentacles, this is also about learning new things and learning new ways of doing things. So it may be that for a lot of you, this is something that you've done before and now it's coming back. But if it has to do with, shitty relationships, this is a chance for you to, take the lessons that you have from all the experience and the wisdom from the experience that you have into something new here. And it looks like it works out really well, especially with the world. Wow, man. But even if we aren't talking about a close relationship here, play. Yeah, have some fun. For some of you, it's just, I'm going to have to be really harsh here and say, no, I've had enough of this. I want this to be over with. Prosperity, very nice. And then surrender. So, this isn't about acceptance. This is about surrendering the constant pushback on the things that you don't want to experience, right? When we learn to just kind of like accept it, then we can move on from it. But you need to give yourself some time to play, because there's going to be some prosperity coming through, and just surrender to it, right? Let the universe bring it in. It's a really good reading. And I can't help but love the response of the Queen of Swords to the Seven of Swords. Yeah, somebody's in trouble. A win-win outcome is forecasted. There you go. And adjustments are required. And I kind of look at the Three of Pentacles for that, right? Especially if you're going to be working on a new cycle within relationships. You may have to give yourself a moment of solitude here to see how you want to work on this moving forward. But either way, the world is open to you now, right? And it is the ending of a cycle for good.